Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. Just in time for the train to go by, as always. How's everybody? Hello. So if you are brand new here, my name's Kelly Wiler. I'm the owner of Girl Upcycled, and welcome to the studio. Tonight, I'm going to work on an abstract floral. Thought I would come and just do it live. And what I'm doing is I have this canvas that I'm just going to recover, and I just had a lot of sample strokes and different things that I showed my Creators Club ladies. And so I'm just going to take those strokes and all of this crazy chaos, and I'm going to turn it into something beautiful, and y'all can like hang out and watch, all right? Hi, Dion. How are you? Did y'all have a great 4th? I sure hope you did. I know we got to spend some great time with some family, got to see all the kids and all that good stuff. So come on in, everybody. Say hello. If you're brand new over on YouTube, make sure you shout out. Tell me hello so that I can recognize your name, okay? So I'm going to get my stuff kind of pulled out and ready. And you can tell I've tried to shadow in a little bit to get some ideas of what I'm going to do. So hang out with me and paint along if you would like to. Just saying hi. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we had fun. Hello, Sue. How are you? Hello, hello. Okay, so this is just a lot of chaos right now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just create something cool, and I'm going to cover a lot of this, but you will be seeing little bits and pieces of all of the under colors and the texture that I put in. This is actually just some mixed media. I was showing the ladies in the group. We do journal pages in there. That's something that I really like to require everybody to have on hand. So if you don't have time to do all of your canvas work, you can just pull out your journal pages. And then after you're done, you can take those journal pages or anything that you're using. This happens to be something that I painted on hymn book pages. And you can totally work it into your artwork, and it gives it that extra layer, that extra depth. And then you're also using papers that you have created. So that's kind of a cool little tip for somebody out there. Hi, Christine. It's blurry. The picture isn't clear. Oh, no. Oh, poo. Okay, hang on. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so tired of this. I don't know what is happening. Now let me check over on where y'all at. Are you're both saying, I've got one on Facebook and one on my YouTube that says it's blurry. Oh my goodness, it is very blurry. My YouTube is fiddle. Okay, it looks like it's going in and out. Okay. It looks okay for the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, who knows, you guys. I'm in Ohio. And sometimes we don't have the best internet, so I need to change my, hi, Nancy, I need to change my, probably my, whoever I'm using. I don't even know who I'm using right now. AT&T, maybe? Yeah. Okay, let's get back on track. Let's get back at it. Okay, so I know I want to do florals, and it's going to be just abstract, and I am going to use some of that background. So let me start with a little bit of, I believe, this is Fancy Farm Girl, and that might be a little bit, maybe just a little bit darker than what I want, but I don't know. I think it might work out, right? Notice I'm just kind of like randomly putting this in here. Kind of some background. And notice I'm holding my brush way back on the back of this Oh, thanks. You like the Triumph? Way back on my handle here. That causes me to paint loosely. Okay. And that again is Fancy Farm Girl is what I'm using. Now, ladies, those of you, I haven't been advertising it a ton, you guys, but this is the last day for my Creators Club to be open. You have until midnight, okay? And I just opened it up. I did a little sneak soft opening because I was getting a lot of requests, but I actually have not been on here a lot painting because it's been a holiday and I've been spending time with my family. But wanted to give you guys a shout out that is going on. You can probably kind of see little hints of what I'm going to be doing, can't you? So I'm going to switch over, and I think I'm going to grab Apothecary. Grab some Apothecary. And I'm not even going to change my brush. I think I'm just going to leave it. And I'm using a lot of water. And that's okay. Water can be your friend at times, right? Especially on hot days, right? Looks like, oh, thank you. Let's see. Thank you, Kayla. So we have tomorrow, if you get in the doors tonight, tomorrow we will be doing an intuitive art piece. We do that the first Tuesday of every month is when we do that. So that's kind of cool. And this background piece actually was an intuitive piece. I was showing some of the beginners in there, like how to build, how to build the art and how to start and different ideas to start. Because it is kind of confusing, the intuitive art process, but once you get used to it, you will naturally be painting intuitively, if that makes sense. You will naturally start to loosen and move your brush and whatever. We'll probably be using some of our fingers a little bit today in this. This is going to be a little bit of a vase right here. I think I'm going to do one of those blue, like a cobalt blue kind of a vase thing. Now, one thing I can do if I want, I haven't decided, I can wet down my little napkin that I have here and carve that out where I just paint it in. We had a great time Friday, you guys. For those of you that came out for the gallery hop, thank you. It was so awesome to see you. So nice to have like a little bit of a normal kind of a night. That's as normal as it gets anyway. If there's any questions, y'all, just feel free and jump in and tell me, what is the last thing that you created? Can y'all tell me? Don't tell me you haven't been creating nothing. You'll get in trouble. Okay. Liking that. So you can kind of see where I'm going. Can you see like I'm getting like a base going for the foliage and things like that. I'm just getting some movement going on back there. This is going to be my vase. If you do want to get into the Creators Club, I will drop the link. Totally forgot to do that. I don't know if one of my girls are on here, but if I see one pop in, I will have them drop the link. Putting in texture and movement, all that good stuff. Okay. That's pretty wet, so I'm gonna probably work on my base for a minute and let that top dry. I kind of like to work all around the place. Hey, Tanya, how are you? It's Tanya Cripps in the house. One of the ladies from my Creators Club, if somebody would go drop the link to the Creators Club in the comment section, that would be awesome. You get one of you to do it on Facebook and somebody to do it over here on my YouTube. Get my water close by. And let's do what do you think? Think about it. Bit of weight. And I'm just using some of my gesso for the weight. Kind of a fun way to paint, gang, if you've never tried it. It's a very loosey-goosey. We have a lot going on in the Creators Club, gang. So when you arrive, I've already had quite a few in. There's already classes there for you, okay? I would say about over $350, probably more than that, worth of classes. I don't know, about 2.5 years worth. Do you have a link to join, or do you want to send them right to the group? Nope, you need to send them to the Creators Club link, not to the group. So they have to pay before they can get in. Yep, good question though. Okay, it's looking a little bit too round for me, so just go back in, fix that up. We do a little bit of everything in there, gang. We've had our latest, I think, is the farm animals that people have been requesting. There, it's a little bit better. We do a lot of florals in there. And honestly, your best bet is ask one of the girls that are in the group how they like it. I would rather you ask them than me, so you can get it from their perspective. Just posted, thank you. Appreciate that, Tanya. All right. So let's do a couple of different greens, I'm thinking, and then let's see. Got some colors off of furniture that I'm kind of, so like if you do pieces, if you're a furniture painter even, because I'm using a lot of furniture paint on this, which is the DIY paint, by the way. Sometimes I'll come up with combinations or, you know, of colors or blending or whatever. Pull that aside and so you can keep it in your mind so you can kind of have a little bit of a direction for yourself if you need it, if you feel like you need it, so that you don't get off base. Because, you know, if you're like me, colors kind of excite me, and so it'll kind of keep me toned down to where I need to be. Thank you. Passionate pigment. She says, I love it, and I've learned a ton, and they are so supportive. They are so supportive. All the ladies in there. If I can't get in there to answer, there's somebody in there that will pop in too and answer. All right, so I've got that going on. This is still a little bit wet, so maybe let's do bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Let me see. I can find my blue. Be right back. I'm gonna grab my blue. Blue iris. Little blue iris. This is from the DIY Paint Company. Debbie's Design Diary. Not sure how much I want to do here, but that would be pretty. Work a little bit in. It's kind of abstract, so I'm kind of not feeling like I have to completely detail it out. Some kind of a pattern. Maybe it'll imply that there's flowers on there. Now, just kind of getting my ideas and as they come. So it's kind of cool because what's popping out when you walk into a room, when this painting's done, you walk in the room, you're going to see that contrast between the light color that I have here and that dark, right? But as you walk up to it, you're going to see so much detail and little tiny things that you cannot see across the room. So that is what's so cool about painting in this style. All the little surprises. Still a tiny bit wet, but I think it's okay to where I can carry on. I feel like I haven't been on here painting in quite a while. Don't know why. It feels like it's been a while. Pull this a little bit closer. I'm going to go ahead and start using maybe like pink corals, maybe some oranges, and that sort of thing. Need a little drink of water first. Some of the background I'm gonna like piece out and use it as greenery and stuff. So let me actually figure out that first. I'm just using Prairie Gray to kind of sketch some of this out right now. Let's do like, let's use like some of this stuff up here is super good. Let me use some of this stuff right here. Pieces. Let's see. There's another one right there. Space that out. You guys see what I'm doing? I'm kind of like getting my little area set up here. Set us up for success, right? So this, let's do like let's break this up. Like this one's going to be like maybe a couple of different flowers. This one's going to go this way. This one up. Wherever you see something interesting is where you kind of want to save it and use it, whether it's texture or layered color or, you know, kinds of good stuff. Let's do, trying to think of like, I like to look at the back behind me to kind of get some ideas. I think I need some things right here as well. So let me stand back. Let's do like another one off of here. And let's maybe, that one's one off the page. I think that's a good start anyway. All right. So I feel like I can start with the flowers. So much fun painting like this, guys. It's very freeing. I'm going to get some coral, cowgirl coral. I'm going to get maybe a little bit of my orange tone, which is Orange Crush. Kissing Booth. Get a little more white out. Let's start with those. I may add a little pop of yellow, possibly. And I'm going to clean my brush really good. So I've got two things of water. I've got one that's kind of muddy that I kind of wash it real quick off. And then I've got a second one that gets it kind of a little more clean. Okay. Let's do, I'm going to mix a little tiny bit of Kissing Booth with coral. I'm going to make this really yummy kind of pink color. And then we're going to just kind of like lightly kind of outline some of this. Outline this one too. So I can kind of get the shapes of my flowers started. Big one here. Let's do one down here maybe. probably do this one like another color, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to at least put the shape in there just so you can kind of see it. You can see it kind of coming together. I'm going to try to loosen it up just a little bit. Let's see, maybe I've got one out here. It's not quite so tight. So I'm going to leave some room in between. When I was working at Longaberger, I don't know if y'all remember, I told some of you I used to work at Longaberger. When I first started there, I worked in the floral department. Not real florals, but I worked with artificial florals. So it gave me a really good idea of, you know, structure of my florals and how to set it up. And it helps with my painting, believe it or not. So just an idea for some of you to take a floral class too. Kind of helps. I need something here. If I want to do a flower, I think it needs to be something hanging. I don't want to completely cover some of that stuff underneath. It's kind of cool, but I do want to put a little bit of color to the sides of it. Sometimes I paint the sides. Sometimes I paint it white. I haven't decided, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that in there. All which way. Not sure if I'm going to want this in here, but let's try a little bit of orange. See what happens. Oh, a little bit of blue in there. It's a happy accident. How that happened. I'll leave a little space in there. Picking that blue up. It's starting to come together, isn't it? Slowly but surely. I like all this texture over here, so. wait to get to meet some of you tomorrow in the club. It's kind of my happy space. Hopefully it's their happy space too, and hopefully it will be yours too. Paper towels out. To soften it just a little bit on these edges. It just gives it that dreamy look, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna let that kind of dry just a little smidgen. I see beautiful floral bouquets on a board on Pinterest so that I can refer to it for floral inspiration. That's awesome. That's always helpful. Yep. Don't copy it. You wouldn't, I know. All right. I know you don't do that. I'm telling everybody else that. All right. So I think, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start kind of cutting in around some of this and get rid of some of that muddy kind of a look that I got because I used prairie gray, which is kind of a clay earthy color, but I kind of like to sketch with my paint a little bit sometimes before I get in and do the stuff that I need to do. So yeah. So I'm going to use Apothecary. I might even use, I really had a piece of furniture that I did a nice fade on. I'm trying to remember what that was. I think it was Hey Sailor. Pretty sure. I don't know where it went. But yeah, you can get lots and lots of great ideas over on Pinterest for sure. What did we do without it? Do you guys remember? Remember life without Pinterest? Anybody? I remember when I was in a creative design department there at Longaberger, we had a creative library. We used to go in and, we'd make boards, basically like Pinterest, but only we made boards for every season. So let's see, right now is, well, we would be in Christmas right now, believe it or not. Which I know we don't want to hear that right now, but I'm not hating that that's dripping, so it's kind of fun just to use it a little wet and kind of let it drip. But anyway, yeah, I remember going making all these holiday boards and stuff. It was cool. It was such a fun job. So fun. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of just going outlining. I'm kind of like doing negative painting right now. Trying to make sure I see everything that I've been there. Let's see. Got a lot of really creative people there, you guys. It's pretty fun. Pretty darn fun. I'll go ahead and slow this down. Like maybe there's some greenery coming down, possibly. It helps to, if you don't have your monitor going, it helps to have like a mirror or something back behind you. Like, yeah, here's another one. Sometimes I do this and then I have a hard time seeing them. Right? You can do this with a knife too, gang. It doesn't have to be actually a brush. We use knives in there in the Creators Club. Paint brushes or fingers. Everything. It's starting to brighten up already. We're like right here, don't we? I think we do. A great practice for trying to paint loosely too is using your opposite hand. So it seems as though, okay, there's a flower here. Here we go. There needs to be something there. I'm not sure what. Okay, so I feel like that's a good start. Paint those sides while it's drying a little bit. So it's kind of like you just move all around. You move all around your canvas while you're working on a painting. Sometimes the bigger the better. Just because that way you have more area to run to when something's drying. So sometimes the smaller ones you can't do that as easy, but it still can be done. Paint this bottom, and I don't worry too much about the bottoms until I get done, and then I'll kind of work it a little bit. Spray that a little bit. You can kind of spray it and then just kind of rub it around with your hands a little bit. Get some of those shadows in there. such a nice score. I hope y'all had a good time too. Went to my sister's. It's so cool because she has fireworks right in her neighborhood, so that's kind of lucky. Lucky for us, huh? I'm still just trying to, let's see, probably do something down in here. Put some shadows in. Not sure I want this too dark. I might mix this. Some of that green, apothecary. Lighten it up a little bit. Like that. Dark. It's really making that pop a little bit more, isn't it? Okay. Feeling pretty good about that. Any questions at all? Hello, Miss Rhonda. Good to see you. Any questions about the Creators Club, gang? A lot of questions that have been coming in are like, do I have to be there live? No, you do not. You do not have to be there live to take the classes. Everything's on video. And so if you have work or whatever, you can take it at your own leisure. And all you have to do is you can just tag me if you need help with something. Easy peasy. Okay. All right. Let's do. Don't want it. A little bit of yellow. I do encourage you to use what you have. I don't want you to feel like you have to go out and buy everything that I have, or, you just buy things as you need them, okay? That's kind of how I like to roll. Okay, so I feel I don't know what this is. I'm just putting in some marks. Yellow stock flower, maybe? Yes. Filler, kind of the filler kind of stuff. Let's do right here, maybe. Just covering that leaf up, but that's okay. So be in front of those florals. We can change it. Not sure I like that, but we can change it if we want down the road. This picture for a little bit. I can put, here we go. Here we go. Tanya, thank you so much. She just put the link there earlier. So if anybody's interested in the club, and I'm just going like back and forth, back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna let that drip just a smidge. I really like the texture of that paper that's back underneath. Nice. If you've not done a mixed media, it's very satisfying. Hello, Karen. How are you? Let me see if I can move that. Here. Is that better? Let's do. Let's see. Make a little warranty drip. Just kind of swirl my brush around and push down on it to get some of those drips in really good. You can also paint it on there and then spray it. And you can kind of control the consistency, the transparency of the color that way. So if you spray a lot, you're going to get like a really light coverage, right? So if I was to go over top of that, which I like the consistency, I want to keep it, but if I was to spray that, it would water it down a little bit. Let's see if you can. Does that make sense? It's kind of cool. It's kind of running on the papers that I put in. Let's go ahead. I get a little quiet sometimes when I paint. Sorry about that. You are fine. That's awesome. Awesome. When I get in the zone, I get a little bit quiet. So. I don't know, I may have to add something of color down in here. I'm thinking possibly. Maybe. I make all kinds of noises when I paint, you guys. So you have to forgive me. I'm sitting here going, anybody else do that? I was humming. Yeah. That's done. Let me take a look at it. I'm going to step out of the picture and look at it for a moment. Let's do some more yellow, I think, over this way. Are y'all going on vacation this year, or are you scrapping it? Who's scrapping their vacation this year? Anybody? There's like a little element of surprise too on the stuff, so I always like add a little, I don't know, some texture or a little something. up on the leaves at some point. Not in love with this part right here quite yet, so I might brighten that back up. Water's getting a little bit dirty on me. Scrub that in. Called scrubbing. Scrub it. Even though I'm putting that color right over top of there, you can still see all that, the background on it too, by the way. I'm not completely hiding it all, but yeah. So let's pull out some of my brighter colors and see what happens. Let's get some clean water. I'm at the point now where I don't really want it getting dirty. I'm kind of cleaning it all up right now, and it's kind of coming together and turning into something at this point. So I wanted to show you a close-up. That's that corner that I said I was covering up, but you can still see some of that really cool texture and layers. So that's why I always tell the ladies, have a piece of canvas on the side and you're laying paint on it and you're experimenting with it, and then when you're done with it, you can create some really cool artwork with it. That would have been good if I dropped that, right? Well, so okay, pretty wet right here, so I'm just going to kind of maneuver around. Looks like I breathe down here. Okay, see what we can do. Making a big mess is what I'm doing. Big mess. So I've got golden red right now. Golden. Let's use the Ombre brush here. And we'll have her stuff back in here pretty soon, gang. Let's just do like a little surprise over here on the leaf, because you wouldn't expect a leaf to have red around it. So I don't know. Let's try it. Let's just try. It's kind of fun when you're doing abstract. You don't really have to follow all the rules, right? And I can change it. If I don't like it, I can change that. I don't know. A little bit of surprise here. Let's add a little bit to Just looking, trying to decide if I like it or not. This brush, by the way, is called the Edge. This is one of Dion's series of brushes. I usually sell them. I'm out of them currently, but I will be getting more in. But that is what I'm using. Not hating the red. Not hating it. Giving it a little depth. So what I like to do is go over top of the DIY paints. Now I'm starting to add like different acrylics and things like that. So it's going to take it from like more of a flat background to where it's like kind of popping, coming at it. Let's do a little yellow oxide. Let's see. Probably gonna have gloves on doing this. That is something you gotta get used to. I'm used to using a lot of natural paint, so when you're not using the natural stuff, you need to kind of be aware of it. Any questions at all? Anybody have questions about the club? Really liking what's happening here now. Remember how I said I wasn't liking it? Now I'm liking it. Got it to a nice color. I'm going to step back behind and look at it. I'm happy. In here. So I'm just kind of playing around now, kind of dancing all around the canvas right now. lighter color to mix in with that as well. See what happens when we add a little bit lighter. Boy, it was a hot one today. Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate that. Just painting away today. Just for the fun of it. Turning my brush all around, so I'm not getting that same brush stroke everywhere I put it, you know. Hi, super late? You're not late. How are you, Jade? Good to see you. Jade is a new member in the club, so happy to have her. So those of you that are brand new in the club, have you done any classes yet? Like, I know I haven't taught yet until tomorrow, but have you tried any of the existing classes? Oh, you don't know where to go? Everything's in the unit section. And I'll be going over all that tomorrow too with all of you. But everything's in the units. And I'll show you all where that's at. And you just ask if you can't find anything in there and we can pop on and show you. Okay? I think it's coming along pretty good. So what do y'all think? You like that pop of red that I put on there on the leaves? I think it's kind of like funky. It's kind of different. Give you a close up. So excited, she says. The coral needs work. Thanks, Jade. Need to work on those coral flowers a little bit. Looking a little flat, aren't they? So let's work on those a little bit. Let's just do that. Maybe. Let's see. I'm going to try and mix something up here. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't like that. A little dark, a little muddy looking. I don't like that. I've got some really bright orange, just acrylic, and I'm going to add it to my coral so that I can keep it kind of in that same tone, but it's going to make it pop a little bit more. I think that'll work a little bit better than what I was originally going to do. Let's try it. Just a teeny tiny bit. See what happens. There we go. There we go. Much better. It's kind of going to be probably like one of my focal flowers right here because it's in the middle. Maybe I put like a pop of bam, so like a really bright pop in there. See what happens. Like that. That's what it needed, didn't it? So all the layers matter. All the layers. At least for the moment. Sometimes I think I like something and I come in the morning and I'm like, yeah, no, maybe not. And then the opposite happens too. There's sometimes I think I don't like things and then I walk in the morning and I'm like, oh, I like it. Finished watching on replay. That's good, Jerry. Yeah, it's been a long one, huh? Really like what's happening? Yep, it's been a long one. I'm just on here painting tonight, so just want to remind, just trying to get everybody a chance to know about the Creators Club. It's closing up tonight. It goes at midnight. I don't want to shut anybody out because I don't like it when that happens. And I feel bad. Here. Really laying in these brush strokes and letting the strokes be seen. step back and look at it, give myself a fresh eyes. Let's see. Outlining these leaves again, having a little fun with it. Getting quiet. Must be getting into the zone. So, happens. It's a good place to be in the zone. Some little details in. Yeah, I'm just going to take a peek here at the monitor, and still looks a little flat. I feel like I still have some work to do, especially in the middle. I think it needs to be a little darker in the middle to me. So let's do, get out some darker colors. For my Monet's garden. Here it is. It needs a little Monet's garden right in the middle of it, so it'd be a little bit darker in there, wouldn't it? I can use my fingers for this. Kind of deepen that up a little bit. the colors. Thank you. Jan Henderson, thank you. Right, huh? Oops, got a little drippy, but I think that'll be okay. Sometimes a drip can be good, right? Sometimes a drip. Not sure I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and you can wipe that back. Good thing about, thanks Jade. Good thing about the DIY paint is I can just, boom, wipe that right off. And so, work that in, and then voila, we've got a shadow right there and it works, right? It's kind of how you can just make your little mistakes kind of work for you. So I don't know. I think, you know what? I think I'm going to let that dry and maybe work on it tomorrow a little bit. After I touch this one little area, I do this all the time. I always say I'm going to let something dry and then I see something that I have to touch. Anybody else like that? Sometimes I'll be painting for hours and I'll be like, I meant to stop an hour ago. That's what happens. Whoops. Oh goodness, now I got a whole bunch out on my plate. I don't need to do that. Anyway, I feel like I got a good start. Really helped. And then it's a little bit wet right now too, gang, so I probably ought to just let it dry for a minute. Let it dry. And then I can hit it tomorrow a little bit. But I'll put some more detail onto the flowers too. It still looks a little bit flat still, but I would say I'm about 3/4 of the way done. So quick little, about an hour, just over an hour. So that's pretty good. I probably will work on it maybe I probably have another hour's work, maybe not quite that half hour, maybe by the time I pick around on it and clean the edges up and all that good stuff. Thank you, Jan Henderson. Appreciate that. So anyway, gang, tomorrow, tonight is the last night to get into the Creators Club, and I teach intuitive painting and abstract florals. We do abstract figurative. We use palette knives in there. We've been doing farm animals. Basically, it is members' choice. When you are in the Creators Club, it's members' choice. I will do things that I feel will help you. But like the intuitive art, I feel really, really helps everybody. It's going to help you find your own style, your own, your jam. You want to find your jam. And so the intuitive art process really helps you to do that. So I always start with the intuitive art process every month. But then we do just whatever y'all want to do. So we do a lot of florals. Y'all, most of the ladies in there love florals. I get a ton of requests. So we do a lot of abstract florals, which is what I just did tonight. We do, like I said, we've been doing farm animals. You guys want to see my chicken that I just did? I think I was painting it with you guys the other day. I think I'm about done with him. I might touch his beak up a little bit. But we do like tons of stuff like that with the knives. I called him a wicked chicken, and I'll show you why. So this is members' choice. We did this in the Creators Club, and I started off just with using the brushes, and then we switched over to knives, and you can see he's got a lot of layers and a lot of texture, right? Abstract, but I call him Wicked Chicken. Thought that was an appropriate name. So this is one of the classes. This is one of the classes that we did in there. I'm about 3/4 of the way done. I need to put a little bit of, some touches on this one to get this one finished. But this was a class that we did in there. Let me see. Let me just show you. This was one of our farm animal classes that we did. It was Highland Cow. Everybody loved this one. So all of these classes, ladies, when you get into the club, they're in there. You can take all of these classes. They are in there, and I am there for you if you need help. This was a fun one. This was also a knife class. I didn't really finish his feet. I guess I should do that. Maybe he's on a log. But these are all in there, and this is the kind of stuff that we do. So come in, join us, have fun, connect. A lot of the ladies hang out and talk to each other outside of the group and inside the group. So it's a really, really great time. So you guys have until midnight tonight to get in, okay? If you have any questions, just DM me, or you can ask any of the ladies that on here that said they're in the group. You could ask them. They'll tell you. And we have a lot of fun. All right. So you can find the link right on the screen. It says girlupcycledstudio.com/creators club. All right. Thanks, Jan. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Keep creating, and I will see you on the inside of the Creators Club. Tomorrow's intuitive art. All right. Bye, everyone.